Seaside Beauty channel. In today's video, we're going to be discussing a little bit about my experience going overseas to Paris, France. So if you stay tuned and keep watching, we'll go over that. And if you watch part one for this video, so stay tuned. Okay, you guys. So day one. So of course I already told you about what happened, and you saw me in the hotel and everything else. I kind of left y'all on a cliffhanger. I literally ran into so much complications. I was just so tired. I ran into complications even with the hotel, because even though you see me in the hotel, it took a while for us to even get our room ready. After us getting our room ready, we were even tired doing that. It seemed like that took forever to get a room ready. When we finally got our room situated, the first thing I had to do was tell my travel agent what happened, so that way I could get refunded money for the drivers that came. And I was not planning on using that same driver company to take me, of course, back, or pick me up from my hotel to take me back to the airport. I was not going to do it. I literally, from that point on, I canceled that. I was like, I'm going to take Uber. Once I got my phone working, I finally got to the hotel and I got working. When I got to the hotel, the first thing I did was checked in, and then the next thing I did do was actually get an international charger, because my cell phone needed to be charged, and I did need to start the Wi-Fi, the Google Wi-Fi that I did tell you guys about. So I did put that in, and my phone worked wonders. I was able to call my dad, I was able to call my brother, let them know that I made it there safe, let them know that my mom is good. So at this point, I was like, okay, now I can calm down, I can finally get some rest. I didn't get a chance to really see Paris, France that day. Like, my whole day was kind of wasted just trying to get all of that situated, so that way the next day wouldn't have been a loss. But I did go out to eat that night, and instead I didn't get Uber working up and right away. I didn't get Uber working really until Saturday, you guys. And that was even a bus. But we're about to get into that a little bit later. But I want to stay on point right here is because I had to take a taxi that night. So we got a taxi from our hotel, and our driver picked us up, and he took us to Cesar. Cesar is a really great restaurant to eat. I recommend you guys definitely going there. I will also put that in the link to check out. They have some great food, but I would say it is on the side of, like, it's kind of like a lounge, it looks like a lounge kind of club scene inside, but they have some great food, like, hands down. Like, I would definitely go there again, because there were so many things I wanted to order, but I was so hungry. I just wanted to order me something quick and easy. And if a lot of you guys don't know, but I am pescatarian, and I am vegan. So some things I will eat, and then some things I'll make substitutions, because I do know certain places that I don't know Paris, France. To everything, I did eat as much as I could, and what I did eat was stuff that was related to my diet and what I like. So if you guys are vegetarian or vegan or gluten, I do recommend some of the stuff or pescatarian, I do recommend some of the restaurants because of that. So, and I knew Paris, France was one of those places that I didn't have to worry about that. I know they have those dietary restrictions. Okay, so before we even got to Cesar's restaurant, I would say that we ran into a little problem with our taxi driver. You guys, I felt like it was a never-ending process with drivers. I kid you not. Because we got into the car, and we told the driver, he said, "Where do you want to go?" And I showed him, and I said, "Caesar's, please." I just stayed in, I did have the app so I can translate it, but he understood what I was saying. And then, so he drove, because Caesar's was literally 5 minutes away from our hotel. Now, I wasn't going to walk, because one, I just didn't feel comfortable with that. I'm tired. I've, been in the plane for hours, and I didn't get jet lag, but I was tired, and I wanted to get there safely. I didn't trust really walking in the areas that I was in at nighttime until I at least get a feel of the area. I'd rather feel comfortable getting a driver, somebody to drive us around. And it's me and my mom, so I don't want to have to run into problems. And it was cold, so I wanted to make sure that we get there. Mind you, we went to Paris, France, November 2019. It's cold outside, so I'm not trying to sit there and be walking up and down the streets. I'm just not doing that. But he's revving up the engine, and then he takes us down this block, and there's this crazy person. I don't know whether they were mentally unstable, but they were talking to yourself, obviously. And you don't have to know the language to know somebody is crazy when they're walking back and forth, and they're screaming, just for no reason. And like, I'm looking at him like, sir, we're in the middle of nowhere. This is not Cesar. And then he look at us, I don't speak English. You don't speak English, but then you said that you know where, and I said, you just passed it. Like, it was beyond me. Like, I could not understand, how can this man have passed the restaurant that he was saying that he was taking us to? And then he got mad when I told him, I said, you need to get us to Caesar's because I'm not paying for this ride if you're expecting me to get out where there's a man outside that's talking to himself. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. And so he turned around, took it to Caesar's, and then he gonna tell us 6 euros or whatever, and it was clearly $5, but he revved up his engine. You got lost, took us to the wrong place, and you expect us to pay you like $6 or $10 in euros or whatever. I was just like, Mom, just pay him. I want to get out his car because I'm just fed up at this point. Like, I don't understand. So we get in there, we order. Our waiter was really nice to us. We sat at a nice table. We got our food. We got service. I was just happy to eat, and I will post a picture of what I ate. I ordered pizza. My mom had ordered some kind of pop. Take a picture of it, and you're gonna see a little slip picture of me right there. The area was kind of dark in there. You can't see your food and stuff like that. They just have the lights in the night setting, but it's really nice. And I didn't order anything to drink that night, but I wanted to eat, give me something to eat, and then get back to the hotel because I just wanted to start this whole day over. Because you guys, I was still paranoid. I was still traumatized about what happened with my first initial encounter coming into the country. Like, you can only imagine that I felt like, not that my life flashed before my eyes, but it came pretty close. I've never been so terrified and so scared at the same time. So the second time I get into another driver's car that I don't feel comfortable with makes me feel a little bit uneasy. And the fact that our driver literally was about to drop us off somewhere in the middle of nowhere, like, really? So after we ate, we had Andrew, which is our waiter at the time, get us a cab, because I was like, I don't know how to call at this point our hotel. Our hotel doesn't do shuttles, so that's why I recommend in my video, get a hotel that actually sends out shuttles, and not get Uber. We didn't have my Uber app up and running, so that's why we took a taxi. So we gave him a tip so that way he would give us, and he gladly, I said, listen, can you tell the driver to take us straight to our hotel? No detours, no getting lost. This is the hotel. I even brought my hotel paper. Always bring hotel maps and papers to know, so that way people can read and tell you, okay, this is the hotel, this is the directions. Tell him take us directly there. I don't want to go anywhere else but to the hotel. And he said, okay. So he literally told the driver, and he was very firm with him, and he said, take them there. And so the driver looked at us, and so in a scoff, like, he was just so upset. And like, he was like, so we got in his car, and yet again, I felt like, I don't know what it is about these drivers, but they are just really, really rude. The taxi drivers are just mad rude. He's rubbing up his engine. Like, I'm like, again, I have another, because I get this, it's only 5 minutes. So I could just imagine going to the restaurant, and it's probably like a 3-minute drive. Like, really. He's really not really wasting the gas, but he's running up his engine just to do so. And he literally charged us 6 euros, which really was supposed to be 5. I was just like, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to let it go because I want to get out your car. And my mom was mad too. Like, we were just really frustrated and upset. Like, you come to a country and people are just being rude. I don't know what their problem is, but they're just being rude. And we get out the car. My mom literally slammed the door because she was like frustrated. She was like, I'm over this. Like, he knew that the meter said 5 euros or like whatever their currency is for euros, which would be probably like $5 or $6. He rubbed up his engine so he can get $3 more dollars out of us, $10 more. I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. But that's okay. Like, you live and you learn. So, alright, so day 2. Day 2 was actually Friday. So Friday, we upon ourselves to just kind of stay in, just rest, and then just collect ourselves. I finally was able to get myself together, calm down, and just take it all in that I'm in this beautiful country and I'm just trying to relax and I'm just really trying to just collect myself. As soon as that happens, I ran into a mishap again. My travel agent did get back with me about what happened with my driver. So she was trying to get a refund for me, and my refund wasn't going to happen until I got back to the States, of course. So initially, when I did make our plans to go, I figured me and my mom would go and get something to eat, like breakfast or brunch, because we kind of woke up a little bit late to start our day. We ended up going out to this nice place, but the thing is, when we went there late, they were getting ready to close, and me and my mom kind of started our day a little bit late, which was okay because I was tired, you guys. I was tired with everything that I was trying to do. I didn't want to waste my whole trip sitting in a hotel trying to figure out how to get Uber. I was running into so many problems with Uber, and I could not understand for the life of me. I finally spoke to one of the hotel managers who was very nice, very kind. Everyone at my hotel was very nice, very kind. That's what I'm recommending if you ever in Paris, France, because the hotel that I booked was not very expensive. It was very affordable, but I will say they have room service. They actually make you feel really comfortable, and I will have to say that Rianne, which was the manager, she was very nice to us. She treated us like family. They were very caring, very loving. They accommodated me. So I highly recommend this hotel, and I will again leave this in the comment description. But I did want to let you guys know that I did not know how to work the Uber app when I got to Paris, France. And it made me kind of frustrated because I'm like, why is my app not working? My app was not working because it did not register the fact that I was in Paris, France. I was in a whole nother country. I've used Uber before, but I've never used it outside the country. So on top of that, when you use the Google Wi-Fi, it does change your phone number, which I did not know that or didn't realize that until the last minute. So she was able to talk to them internationally. I had called my bank to find out why it was not working because, again, the money and the transaction for me to actually get the rides weren't coming through. They were like canceling over and over again. I was trying to figure out what is going on. Like, it does not recognize me. So come to find out, I talked to the manager. She said she texted them back in French for me and then got them to get me a translator. So basically a person that was speaking English and French. And so that way I can text them back why the app is not working. They finally was able to transfer my phone number to the Uber app and also transfer the account for that. And once they did that, I was able to finally book rides. After that night, I was like, when I finally got it fixed, I was like, okay, I'm tired. Like, the place that we were supposed to go to is closed. Like, they already closed for the evening. So I don't know where we're gonna go to now. I don't know where we're gonna eat at. So the concierge at the hotel recommended us this nice restaurant, and I will link that in the description as well, because if you're a kind of person that loves seafood or a pescatarian like me, you're probably gonna want to go to a place that has really good seafood. I recommend trying the cod and the linguine because my mom said it was good, but they have really great seafood. And on top of that, what was so cool coming into their actual restaurant is that you go inside and it's kind of like a museum, which was so cool to me. I thought that was great. I took pictures of it, so you guys gonna see pictures of me and my mom, and then you'll see pictures of our food. last into the last minute. I do apologize if I did not take a full video of tour, but I do have pictures, so you guys will see the pictures and stuff like that. But I do recommend going to the restaurant. I do recommend also making sure that you get a reservation. I kid you not, they get booked pretty, like, their booking is like hectic. Like, you have to book way in advance. And because concierge knows the restaurant and knows them, he's been there before, he would highly recommend us, and they actually put us in and got us a seat. And we was able to get a seat at the actual bar. I recommend doing that too. It was great. Like, I had an amazing time. The reason why I highly speak about this restaurant, the restaurant that I went to was really nice. They had really great food, and the waiters there were really nice and respectable and courteous. And they actually had a conversation. They actually made our night actually a whole lot better. When it came to the service, when it came down to the food, it was amazing. Like, I had a cod, broccoli, and then I also had a truffle spinach salad, which I do recommend. I will say truffle is you have to have a very acquired taste, and it was one of those, it was very strong, but I did like the taste, I did like the flavor, I did like the essence of the truffles. So it's kind of like a shaved or more like a garnish. It's edible to eat with salad, so I did want to let you guys know that. If you're not a truffle fan, I don't recommend it. Okay, guys, so I highly recommend this restaurant, especially when it comes to the food. I would definitely recommend trying the truffle salad. Truffle salad is amazing if you like truffles, and especially if you like it on other foods or other items. I did also had a drink. So for those of you who are not the age of 21, I don't recommend drinking, but when you have a drink, and at this time, because of everything, this is not on the menu, but the drink that I had was kind of like a guava, kind of grapefruit. It was sweet. I like sweet drinks. It was nice, and I don't know what kind of alcohol was the base, but it was, I would say hands down, that was the best drink I've ever had. Like, honestly, the best mixed drink, sweet mixed drink that I ever had. Get me a second drink. That was the only drink that I had that night, and of course with water. But our mom had wine. She had a cupcake wine, which was really great to go with her actual linguine. And basically we had dessert. And what I had for dessert, because I'm vegetarian, because I had a whipped cream with fruit, with raspberries and blueberries. And it was really good. Like, they made it especially for me. Like, some of the desserts and some of the things that I will mention and show pictures of, they made specially for me because I have food restrictions, because I am allergic to 1, gluten, and 2, I'm lactose, and 3, I am pescatarian / I do like to do some things vegetarian and vegan sometimes because of the dairy, of course, when it comes to vegan. But for the most part, those are the reason why my diet restrictions are very limited. I try to, you know, eat as much stuff that was there, but I do have to watch it because I do have that's just what I like to eat. For the most part, we did walk. So if you're wondering how did we get to this restaurant, so we did make a reservation in the beginning, and that was through the concierge, and he especially put in a good word for us so that we can get a seat at the table, which was at the bar, because they were packed for that night. They already had so many reservations. It was ridiculous. But it was nice going there, and it was nice feeling like, you know, my day is getting better. Like, things are starting to look back up now that I'm in this country. So I did take a couple pictures. They do have nice museums inside of these restaurants just before you go to the restaurant. So I thought that was pretty cool. We walked actually from the hotel, and we walked back. So that was our night. We didn't have to waste any money in Uber. We didn't have to waste any money in taxis. That night was strictly just getting something to eat and just having a nice time. And I did have a great time. I did not vlog what I had on. I didn't take a full look at my outfit. So if those of you are probably wondering, like, what were you wearing? Like, or, you know, do you dress casual? This place, I would say you want to dress, I want to say not casual, but it is a nice, I want to say upscale restaurant. So I would put it about 5 stars. I would not go in there with some jeans and things like that. Now, of course, I mean, I did see some people with jeans. I did see some people, you know, dress, you know, semi-casual, but it wasn't 100% casual. So I did wanted to put that out there. Other than that, I had a great time at the restaurant. So that was like the beginning of my start of getting things back to normal, trying to enjoy my trip in Paris, France. So next one, we'll be getting into day 3.